All right, cool. Well, I'm going to thank you both for taking a few minutes to talk to me about how to blow up a pipeline. I just finished watching the movie. It was literally just a few minutes ago. So,
Oh, so it's fresh.
it's fresh in mind. I'll start with you, Sasha, and then Jayme, I want to come to you. What this I've read some of the book. I've never read the whole thing, so I don't want to pretend that I did. But I'd like to know what drew you to the role of Theo, and Jayme, I really want to know what drew you to the role of Alicia.
What drew me to the role of Theo? I like her kind of, obviously she, I think her role in this film is really to be the energy of, well, happy to be here. I do believe in this, but also at the same time, I don't really got anything to lose, so might as well just see what happens. And I don't know, I think that's just the perfect role in something like this, is do what I need to do. And that's the only reason I'm here. There's no deeper, obviously there's depth to it, but sometimes it's not that deep. It really is just, I felt it, so I went with it.
Your character, Theo, really does seem to be kind of the one of the group, because everybody has different motivations coming into why they've gotten to this point where they're willing to do something like this. Your character seems to be like the one who is most on the kind of let's just hit back for once kind of thing.
Yeah, like that.
Jayme?
Yeah, like she said, it wasn't too deep for Alicia either. It was love. It was motivated by love. It was motivated by the idea of potentially losing somebody that you love. And if that love is great enough, you'd go to just about any lengths at the expense of your own preferences and morals, potentially. And so that conversation or that idea interests me heavily. And so that was an easy draw to that role.
How deep into researching for this film did you go? Because this is a whole lifestyle for people who are willing to go to this length. It's a whole life for them. How far did Sasha, we'll start with you and then Jayme. How far did you go in researching for this?
It's actually funny because I feel like between the both of us, between Alicia and Theo, there really are kind of, she's only there for me and I'm only there. It's almost like a productive revenge.
Yeah.
So their moving parts to this are not on the same level as Forrest or,
Right.
literally anyone else. Their goals and their whole reason for even existing in this story is not purely on everything of the moving parts of it. It's just,
right.
We're here for y'all.
It's not premeditated. It's like literally a match just got lit and like, what you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For these two. Sure.
That's
Jayme, did you find yourself, because the book has a very specific ideology, and it's that sabotage is a rightful choice to make, a justified choice to make. Did you find yourself getting deeper into the ideology of Malm's book, and then of course the movie while in production on this? Did you find yourself getting invested in that in any way?
I'm a person, I'm invested in all ideologies because I think there's truth in each one. I don't believe that there's a singular ideology that is all the way correct. I think to each his own, and I think that there is a necessity for all. I'm of that mind frame. I'm not a this or that. I'm a this and that kind of individual. And that's part of why I also love this, because there's all different kinds of conversations that are we literally have a scene where, there's a bit of a respite and all the characters are sitting down and they're talking about this idea of being considered terrorists and what does that mean? And you're having all these different voices being pitched, and that was actually happening, like in real life. We were having those conversations, and I think part of part of any movement really having any effect is it starts with those conversations and in the negotiation of ideology. So that always, I always love stuff like that.
Sasha, were you about to say something?
No, I was just like, I agree. And then, you have those conversations in that room, and we did, versus script in real life. But then you also hop on the van back home and someone brings it up again. You're like, I see your point. Okay.
Right.
I believe in that as well, of like, you could probably sway me anywhere, because really there is so much truth to everything. And there's also, that's just kind of whatever you decided you wanted it to be that day. So I like to go deeper on it. So yeah, same. I agree with that.
The scene itself, where you guys are actually pulling off the crime or the sabotage, it really does come across like a heist movie, which I think is one of the most fascinating aspects of the film. It's a character study of a lot of different kinds of people, but it's also a heist movie in a lot of ways. Was that something that attracted you to the film, Sasha? That heist element that it brought to the story?
Yeah, come on. I like a little bit of recklessness and just
Right.
it's just in the title. I just remember reading it and I was like, do you think we're gonna go to jail over this? Like, should we actually, are we actually going? I was like, what's Daniel? Like, because you already tricked me once, Daniel. So what are we? I don't know. And yeah, my brother, I don't know about this, Sasha. I don't know about it. So which I love that kind of energy, clearly. So I was like, cool. Keep adding the layers. What else are we gonna do?
Sasha, did you like that aspect of it as well? The heist element kind of seemed like you were doing sort of an oceans thing going on with this movie. Did you like that, the heist element of the film?
Wait,
Yes. Yeah.
With who? Sorry.
Jayme.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like heist films. And this was like a very dirty, less cute, grunge version of that. And so that element was very intriguing. And then like being an indie film, like you really were feeling it. There was nothing cute or glamorous about any of it.
Right.
And you're in the dirt, you're in the cold, you're traveling an hour and a half each way up a bumpy mountain full of dust, and you might throw up on the ride there. Like it was just, and like the feeling that a really good heist, I think if it can trick the audience into feeling like they may all fail, there's something about living on that edge that's really interesting. And we were also living that, like as the actors, like as real people, we were all, crew, cast included, all feeling like we may fail at making this movie. Right. And so that tension was just, I don't know, it was kind of addictive, of every day going, I don't know, guys, I don't know. So that was also very interesting as part of like what kept us all going in doing it each day.
That sounds super exciting, actually. How was the director Daniel Goldhaber handling it? You make it sound like it's super exciting, but how was he handling that?
I don't know if exciting's the word. I think it's
tension. What? There's so much tension.
Yeah.
But you're also, and same with like a heist, it's usually a bunch of people that you're like, I don't really know you, but here I am in a van for an hour and a half to and from, with kind of the same goal here, but we're on the back of our heads like this could really fail. What are we doing? I hope it works out, but what are we doing all individually thinking this while also on a bumpy road, ready to go sit out in the cold, and it's 4 a.m. and we need to somehow make something explode, and we're all actually maybe on the same page, but we are kind of on the same page, but we might as well get on the same page because everyone wants to go home. So I think it's that kind of energy. It's not necessarily exciting, but there is this kind of like, once you finish that day, and then once you get a product like this where you feel really good about the end result of the film, you're like, thought I had you there for a second, huh? You know, and
Right.
I feel like that's how Daniel was too, where it's kind of like freaking out, and then once it's done, you're like, nah, I was chilling, I wasn't really worried.
Right.
Well, ladies, this has been great. I appreciate you taking a few minutes with me. I have a lot of friends who are super excited to watch this movie. So I'm hoping that it does really well for both of you and everybody involved. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.